Well, hello, welcome to Sunday's video. This was not a video I was going to make, but this sparked an amazing conversation because you're going to see in video something that happened to my husband, and he didn't try it. Here, let me explain all this to you, because my husband says, warn everyone, don't let this happen to you, what happened to him. What happened was I was in the middle of filming and I left the camera running because I went into the house. My husband was outside here. Something happened to him and the camera caught it on, and you guys will see it. He said, we started talking about, he said how he was so foolish because he could have been hurt really, really bad with what you're about to see at the end of this video. So we were talking and then he said, Tessie, I was just going to edit it out. And he said, well, no, I think you should tell people about this. I think you should tell people about what happens when you're foolish. Then we got to talking and I said, well, okay, well, how about other things? What can I share to people about other things that have happened to you that were foolish, instead of just what happened to him on camera? And then we got talking about all of that. Now, I hope that you listen to this part and don't just click on the other part because you want to see, you know, exactly what happened. It's embarrassing what happened to him, but he thinks it would be a good lesson for people. This is an unedited video for all of you. And so this is what he was saying. He said, you know, a lot of times people can fall for scams. And he said that he fell for scams in the past, and you know, money-making schemes. And I can tell you a story that he did. He thought it would be really fun to have gumball machines, and this was many, many years ago. And he bought gumball machines and they never arrived. He answered an ad in the paper and the company was from Canada, and he lost all that money. It was a scam. He never got his gumball machines, and that was it. He also invested, as you know, money in penny stocks in the stock market. That went horribly wrong. And he realized then and there that that was something that, you know, was a scam. Not, well, a mistake. Let's just call it that. We've been scammed different times. One other time we were scammed was when we had health insurance, well, we thought we did, and we were paying into this Christian organization only to find out that they went belly up and we never ever got any benefit from it. Okay, so all of you want to know what happened to him. All right, let's just get into that part of the video and get it over with, because the camera was rolling when this happened. All right, so what happened was he was walking with his shoe untied. He said, Tessie, you need to tell everyone. And it actually fell on his bad leg, but he's not hurt. But he could have broke a bone depending on where and how he fell, because as most of you know, he was in a serious car accident and he has a metal plate the whole length of his femur bone. He has it from his hip the whole way down to his knee. He's got a metal plate. And so he was walking without his shoes on, without his shoes being tied, and he tripped over the shoestring. And I'm like, okay, well, this is lessons learned. And he's like, you got to tell people, he said, make sure they tie their shoes, because if someone would be older, or depending on how they would fall, they could actually break a bone in such a minor way of just tripping over their own shoestring. So there you go. I know this is a little bit of a silly type of video. It's not one of those kind of videos where I put a lot of effort into it, but Be careful. Buyer beware. Remember that if something is too good to be true, oftentimes it is. And my husband said, through the years, he made quite a few mistakes in his life. Oh yes, his heart was good, but like walking with the shoestring undone, he knew in the back of his mind that it probably was something that he did not want to do, but he did it anyway. When he decided to put those shoes on, he was just walking out to the garage to unlock the garage door for me. He thought, well, what can happen, right? I'm just going about 20 steps, and bam, just like that, he fell. How many times have we thought that? How many times have we thought, well, it's just something simple. Nothing will happen from it. It's probably not the wisest decision, but we'll give it a try. And bam, just like that. People have lost their life savings just with a quick thought and putting their money into something that they knew was too good to be true. How many times have we done that? Now, maybe you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, Tessie, that never happens to me. That's great. But I'm pretty sure that 99.9% of everyone has made some kind of mistake in their life. And some people like me make mistakes every single day. But it's little things like that. My husband knew of a family very well. He grew up in the same area where the husband had a wood-burning stove in the basement. And he, for some reason, grabbed a gasoline container that he thought was diesel fuel, or actually he thought it was, I'm not sure what, I think he thought it was kerosene, and it happens to be diesel fuel. What happened was he threw a little onto the fire and he died instantly. Now, what did he say to himself that day? Hindsight would tell you, well, you never do something like that. Probably he was frustrated that the fire wasn't going, and he thought, a little bit of this will help it. And poof, just like that. How many times have things happened to people simply because they were too hastily? Haste makes waste. And that's what my mom and grandma always said, and that can mean for everything in life. Haste makes waste. So everyone, I hope that you had a great week. I'm really excited to tell you something. On Thanksgiving Day evening, I have an amazing Thanksgiving special for you. I have a short film. It's an amazing film. It is made just for all of you. It took quite a bit of work, but I would say it's the best video I have ever made. And it is high production, and I think you'll love it. I spent a lot of time to create what's in my heart, bringing it out to all of you in a creative way. So I hope that you enjoy that on Thursday. And don't forget, it is a special. It's something that you won't see every day. And I'm really working on some other things. We are still finishing up some projects in our home, and I can't wait to share that with you the following week. But we did a lot of decluttering. I hope that you've seen that video on yesterday, and I cannot wait to share with you a whole bunch of stuff coming out in January 1st. Yeah, I found a lot of freedom, and I found a lot of thankfulness in my heart. I think this is a year of a lot of gratitude that I have for a lot of things, and I will be sharing with you a lot of that in these upcoming weeks and months. It's been 365 days of a change in me, and I will explain more about that coming up real soon. But it's Sunday, and I'm going to spend the rest of my day relaxing and reading some of my favorite books. I really got into some really unique books, and of course they're all about old-fashioned living because that's who I am. And I was really surprised that he said to put the video up for all of you, because I thought he'd say, no, don't do that. But he wanted you to know that, sometimes haste makes, all the time, haste makes waste. And sometimes little mistakes can come out really huge. If he would have broke the leg that he has a plate in, that could be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that would have to be paid to fix that, all because of his shoestring not being tied. There's some food for thought for all of you. Take a moment, step back, think before you do something. Take the extra step to be cautious. It will save you a lot in the long